How many people are back in the office? Sherry, that doesn't look like your office.
There's Pat.
Yeah.
We're back.
Barry, that doesn't look like your office. You're on mute.
There we go. No, it's my home office. So.
Here.
When could you have 86 agents together and it be so quiet?
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, Cherry.
Good morning.
I was over here blabbing and I muted and I'm like, why aren't they talking back to me?
That's why everybody was on mute. Hilarious.
Yes. Hey, Barry, I'm so curious. How are all your deals doing? Last we chatted,
Doing
you
well.
had a big fat number of deals rolling down the pipeline.
Yeah, it looks like we've got another one going under contract today. So yeah, it's a pretty good time in the business for me right now. So should have a exceptional next couple of months.
Awesome.
All right.
That's awesome, Barry.
Sure is.
That's awesome. All right, you guys, we're going to get started soon. It looks like Jeff's bringing up the presentation. How's everybody doing? I know a lot of you are on mute, but wave your hand, send a thumbs up. Are people good? Yep. You got Ramona.
I'm good.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome. Good. All right, you guys. Well, we are in May, almost June, which is absolutely unbelievable. We're going to continue to do these team meetings every other Wednesday. I know there's some confusion around the scheduling, so we'll get that out to you guys, but keep this on your calendar every other Wednesday at 11. And today is our typical team meeting. The next one will be with a guest speaker. So we'll go ahead and get started. Jeff, you ready?
I'm ready. Is everybody else ready? Know it. All right. Guess what we start with? Who's got one?
Hey, this is Matt. I got a bucket fill. For Sean Fitzpatrick, who's on here, we had a buyer under contract that we kicked the date 4 times on because the out-of-town lender couldn't get the appraisal scheduled ever.
Yeah.
And we finally convinced them to move to Sean, and he talked to them on a Saturday, and Monday the appraiser was at the house, and he closed it in 11 days or something like
Nice.
outrageous.
That's
So,
awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Good job, Sean. Who else does one? Nothing? Nobody's got a full bucket? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm sorry, what is bucket fill? Is someone who did something great for you?
Yeah. It's a thank you. Basically, you're filling someone else's
Gotcha.
bucket. And I also
Gotcha.
mean a bucket full of cash that you can bring to me personally. Just giving you options. No more bucket fills?
I've got a shout out for the KW team. You know, the changes that they made with this coronavirus and everything. You know, it's really nice to see a company that's got your back.
Thank you. We're doing what we can. We appreciate everybody staying on it. I'm seeing a lot of people come together, which is really exciting. I was talking to somebody this morning and I was like, the hard part is we don't realize how much energy we get from each other in social interactions, right? So I think we're all feeling a little bit of fatigue occasionally, maybe more than occasionally. And I consider myself not the most social person, but I totally feel it. Like at the end of the day, I am drained because you don't have other people like accelerating you through the day. So I appreciate everybody being around and staying with it and contributing. It's helping me, at least personally, get through the days. So thank you. What else? I'll do some bucket fills because y'all being lame. I've got
Julie May. I got one for Julie May. Is that what you're reading, Jeff?
Let's hear it.
Is that what you're reading, Jeff? Well, first of all, I would also like to echo the bucket fill for Sean Fitzpatrick because he did my refi and it was amazing. Secondly, Julie May says she has 6 deals under contract and 2 new listings this week, which is awesome.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Just to mail them back to them every time? Oh.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, I've got one more too, and this one goes out to Sean Fitzpatrick too.
Man,
I saw him on Red Day up at something that I have a deep passion for at Hope for Horses.
Yep.
And that was really awesome. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't catch the right email or whatever, but that's something that I have a deep passion, and I really appreciate the volunteer work that they've done up there. So
that's awesome. Cool. Well, I appreciate all of you, and the intent of the bucket fills is just to give a little shout out because I miss seeing your faces. All right, let's move forward. Unless
Can I slip one more in
I
there?
have to say, can I give mine?
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
I have for Chase Hanks.
Yeah.
Chase, Laura, and oh my gosh, Movement Mortgage. Every once in a while, my clients want to go somewhere else or think that person is going to be better. But I've had my back covered so well by them. So, and Guzman, Rose, Culver, and Kramer, holy cannoli, to have local relationships, deep relationships with these people has been a lifesaver for me during this time where Corona brain is woo-woo. And I've had some woo-woo deals, like extra woo-woo in this time. And both those folks were just extremely steadfast, going above and beyond after hours communication and hand-holding and that kind of stuff. So that's my big shout out there. And to echo the gratitude to the big KW folks for what you guys shifted in our commission structure is huge. I was sharing that with a couple of other friend agents, none of them in town or I'd be recruiting them hard over here. And they were so impressed to hear that. So I too feel exceptionally grateful at this time to be associated with a wonderful company. And all the vendor relationships that I've developed with them has been excellent.
And I think, for sure, a shout out to the ownership group. That was really nice to have the support from everyone. And I know Sherry's calling me on a daily basis, asking me what agents need, what can we do. So I tip my hat to Sherry as well. All right, let's roll on. Was there one more that I heard? Are we good?
There was
Hey,
one
Jeff,
more.
Zach Ruiz for the Ruiz report is incredible. That's great information, and I'm using on a lot of our listings.
Okay.
Hey, Jeff, I have one. Most of you probably know I got my license last July. I still have a full-time job doing real estate on the side. Back in March, I got furloughed from my full-time job, and it just so happened in the last 6 weeks, I've had 2 closings that filled the gap. And so I am so thankful for getting my license and Keller Williams and all that you guys have done to help me get to this point.
That's awesome. Cool. Congrats, Ron. That's huge. All right. Moving on. We have what I'm not supposed to call him, the numbers nerd. What do I call you, Zach? You on here? You not on here?
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the car. We'll go with the data guy for now. That works.
All right, data guy. Like it. I like it. Tell us a little bit about the absorption report. Or do you want me to read? If you're in the car, I can kind of read through what you've got on the right side if it's helpful.
Yeah, sure. I would just say that the overall trend is that even though volume has been down, which can be attributed to coronavirus and uncertainty and everything, the market landscape is somewhat similar, and if anything, it's much more competitive. So as the months go forward, look at these center columns of absorption rates and months of inventory, and that's what you'll get to see within each price range, how we're going, you know, maybe more towards a neutral or buyer's market, or diving deeper into seller territory.
That's right. And use these conversations with your buyers and sellers to help you communicate what the market's doing, because there's nobody that doesn't get the question, how's the market, when people find out you're in real estate. So this gives you at least a foundation to work off of. And then the actual Ruiz report, you can literally dive into the numbers and get more specific. So please do use that. Remember that anytime we see the green here, can you just see my cursor? Yes? Okay, good. Anytime we see the green here, I just affirmed myself. Good. Anytime we see the green, that's a seller's market. So that's when we have 6 months or less of inventory. So when we see this, that means we have low inventory. Okay. And then when we see red, it tells us that more of a buyer's market. So snapshot, color coded, make it easy. All right. So at a glance, the numbers, the lower number when you see these percentages is versus this month last year, the top numbers versus last month. So probably the more stable metric to look at would be the versus this month last year, because we have seasonality and other trends. So when we see things like active listings are down 20%, that's in comparison to this month last year, or last month last year. All right, withdrawn. Yeah, it was funny. Withdrawn 21% down. And then as far as activity, days to close is up only 12%. Days on market is down. That tells us that's a good indicator of strength. And average list to sell is holding fairly stable. If you look in the bottom left, you see how the average sale price is up 2%. So we haven't seen an adjustment there, which is nice. I would expect us to see a little bit of adjustment moving forward, but I'm hopeful not to. We're in a bubble here in North Carolina, in Asheville. So I think my hope is that doesn't adjust. And then months of inventory is going down, which is also an indicator that there's inventories low. All right. Did you guys see the email about the reopening guidelines? Yes. All right, cool.
Yes.
All right. So the way that we're doing things right now is we've got agents that have offices is where we're at right now. We're going to do this in a phased approach. So keep in mind that if you have a mailbox and need to come get your mail and stuff like that, that's all okay. We're not saying you can't come in the building. We're just trying to be as safe as possible on getting people back in the swing of things here in the office. So all these rules are here. You got an email about it. If it would be helpful for me to send the email out again, we can do so. But let's just follow the guidelines there so we can focus on our businesses and not other things in the universe. All right, Kim Winters. Or whoever our movement.
Hey
more.
guys.
Hey.
I'm here. I just had to unmute. How you guys doing?
Good.
Love those shout outs for Chase and for Sean. Chase organized that Hope for Horses, and I heard it was a great day, and it was cool that we could put that together. If you want to skip on to the next slide, we've got a lot of updates, and some of them are on the slides and some of them aren't. I sent these slides a couple of weeks ago, and these rates aren't accurate. We are now seeing the 30-year fixed under 3%. I'm locking people at 2.99, 2.875 for a 30-year. The 15-year is around the same. And then the government rates around 2.75, still 2.625. So rates have seemed to settle down just a little bit, but generally trending downward. And so that's really good news for folks who are buying homes. If you want to go to the next slide. Okay, so there's a couple of announcements that we've made for some programs that we have always had, but we're just sort of revisiting, and then something that we're doing new. The first one is our Heroes Housing Program, and this is for public service employees. Those include teachers, firefighters, EMT, police officers, military veterans. We will actually give them a $500 lender credit, which basically covers the cost of their appraisal. We give them this at closing. Now they need to tell us, I mean, obviously we see what they do for a living, so we're going to offer it, but they need to, you know, if somebody's not getting this, they need to mention it to us. So that's the first thing that we're offering for all of our public service employees. If you want to go to the next slide, we'll talk about another new program, which is a temporary program, and that's our Frontline Heroes program. And if you want to go to the next slide, this is actually a bigger credit that we're offering. It's for all applications, and an application would mean that they're under contract and we've triggered it. And it's actually a $2,500 lender credit, guys. Movement is really stepping up to the plate. It's a little bit more restrictive. It only includes EMS, full-time police officers, full-time firefighters, and hospital workers that are full-time. The Frontline Heroes, again, ends on June 30th. You can't use them together. You have to pick one or the other, and obviously number 2 is going to be the best option for folks that qualify, but it's a huge win for folks. We just really want to give back. One other thing, I don't know if you go to the next slide, if this is on here, but this is an announcement. USDA has increased their income limit, their maximum income limit, to be $90,300 in Buncombe County. So that's huge. That's up from $84,000. USDA is a great program that sometimes people get booted out of because they actually make too much money in their whole household. Now, one thing I want to mention, and we've seen some updates on forbearance, and if you follow us, and I try to post it to the KW page, but one question I really want you to ask is, if you have a seller or a listing and they're going to do financing whenever they buy their next house, please ask them if they have applied for mortgage relief. We've seen some commentary from Fannie and Freddie about forbearance, but a lot of it, we're not going to have to wait 12 months, so that's a huge win, but they are going to have to be current to get another mortgage. So they'll have to come out of forbearance. And so if you're not asking this question, I just don't want people, because the market is so tight and it seems like there's multiple offers and there's a lot of activity and competition, that they sell their house and they can't get into another house because they can't get a mortgage. So that's something that is continuing to develop, but we start talking about all of our clients that need mortgage relief, and I think we sort of forgot to focus on what happens if you were a seller and you actually did receive forbearance. So I think that's all I have. If somebody wants to ask a question, they can put it in the chat, but we're super excited and we miss you guys so bad. Can't wait to see your faces in person.
Well, kudos on getting all the shout outs. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are doing something right.
That's fantastic. Thanks, guys.
All right. Johnny John. I think you might be muted.
Welcome to the big moment. Good to see everybody's faces. First thing I'd like to say is, yeah, miss everybody. You don't miss people until you realize that you can't really interact and meet up with people. So we look forward to seeing people in the office as we move into the phased reopening. Just a few things I want to mention, kind of housekeeping. LKN title forms in the files are no longer required. That relationship has changed. So don't worry about the LKN title disclosure and preference forms, and they are no longer in command. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we're working as a group of BICs with Jeff to revise our KW supplemental. We've had a lot of feedback about that, and we want to produce a supplemental that's a little more relevant and easier to understand and fill out. And then the last thing is the BIC Q&As and broker labs are scheduled through Zoom for the foreseeable future, and I really appreciate the people that have been showing up for those. I will say that I'm talking to Alex about the attendance, and we are going to start kind of pulling that a little bit tighter and letting people know about the requirements and when they're deficient in those. So if you have any problems getting to the BIC Q&As or getting online, please reach out to me or Alex. And if you're doing something like post-licensing classes, or if you have an idea of something that might substitute for one of those requirements that's feeding your business and helping you grow, just talk with me and we can make those allowances. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. And again, if you ever need anything, please text me, call me, shoot me an email, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can.
Awesome. Thank you, John.
Thanks,
All
John.
right. ALC update. Can we get somebody from the Growth and Career Development Committee to do a quick rundown on that? No. It's a pass no.
I'll chime in, you guys. We are going to continue to do all of our trainings online. It's working well, and it's going to just stay that way indefinitely. We're looking at bringing Ignite back in June, and we'll have that confirmed this week. We'll send a schedule out to you all. That's not just for new agents. So Ignite 2.0 has been revamped, and it's for anyone who's doing 16 or less transactions a year. So even if you took Ignite when you started, or if you've never taken Ignite, this is a great opportunity to take it. It's new content. It's not tailored just to brand new agents. So a lot of people could benefit from the new curriculum. And then as far as recruiting, we've got agents that are getting into the business, and we're chipping away at those conversations. So if you guys have folks at other firms or new people getting out of school, please send them our way. That's, I think, in a nutshell, what's happening with those committees.
Awesome. Is there anybody from the Technology Committee?
Yes. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, I can't get my.
Hey.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
I can't see myself, so we'll see how it goes.
You look great. Just go.
Thanks. So we've been seeing updates to Kelly and Command. Recently, there's been some great updates with the app. So I encourage everyone to check your phone, update Kelly, update the app. Those things will come through. And there has been some great live stream events and videos added to Command. So an easier way to get connected with KWRI and some of the great things with Shift Pivot and so forth. There's also access to the live streams as well. So if you're feeling the need for connection, that's a great opportunity to get some good motivation and connection. But we've been having good feedback from Zoom calls and the Zoom technology with meeting with clients, as well as adoption of some of the new technologies for virtual tours. I've noticed people have been using Ricoh tours, some of the 360 cameras. The Insta 1X camera has been performing well for virtual tours. If you check out Porch Lights and Mark Boyd's Facebook page, you can see examples of those, as well as mine. So if you have questions about that technology, you want to just message me directly, and I can give you some guidance on that.
Awesome. Thank you, Brett. Culture?
Can I jump in real quick on that too?
No, Michael. Culture.
Bye-bye.
I'm kidding. Go.
Hey, I was talking with Julia May last night.
Oh, we just lost you.
Oh, how's that?
Good. Gotcha.
Got it.
I noticed talking to Julia May last night. For a couple weeks ago, several of us were noticing that all of our listings were not showing the primary picture on the website and/or the app.
Yep.
We thought we had that fixed, but Julie is telling me that her listings are still acting up. So if you notice any of your listings not showing up with the primary picture on your KW website or your KW app, please reach out to me so I can send those up the tech supply chain to get that fixed for you.
That's right. And we're getting a more clear path on getting some more urgency to stuff. It sounds like, is that right?
Hey, Jay. Sorry.
Cool. All right. Luxury.
First of all, no, you're not disturbing me.
Hi. We haven't had a whole lot going on with the luxury meeting. I encourage everybody to show up to the committee meetings. There's some good trainings coming up, so I'll post some information about that. Those aren't internal, but with KW at large, just to hone your skills if you have extra time at home.
Can't get her muted. Hold on.
Because Jill
Right.
made your PayPal, and I immediately followed my
It's not working. Sorry.
So-
Mute her.
when I opened that account, it was like,
Okay. Whew. All right. And then finance?
Yeah, finance committee's been working hard on getting expenses cut down, and it looks like we're pretty well reserved. Kind of after the actions have already been taken by Sherry and Jeff, so I think we're in good shape.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Brad. Yeah, we're continuing to look at that stuff, and we're finding great ways to get the expenses down and actually bring the value up. So we'll continue to attack that with the help of the committee and the ALC. So thank you. All right, Dawn.
Hello.
Hey.
How's everybody virtually doing? I was in a meeting earlier and they were talking about how it's hard to get energy from a Zoom meeting. You know, a lot of times you like feed off people's energy when you're in person and you're on a Zoom meeting, you have to like create your own energy. So
Right.
trying to be as energetic as I can over here. But genuinely, I appreciate your support in April. I know that everything looked a lot different for your business and it looked different for my business as well. I'm trying to be as relevant as I can. So if there's a way that I can be of service to you that I'm not doing, please let me know. One glaring difference I see between April and March is the listing coverage is way up, and I appreciate that. That's been kind of my push. And in fact, I'll talk about in the last slide, I'm doing a giveaway for the agent who enrolls the most listing coverage moving forward. So, but I want to talk about the three highest claims. Really, if you look at claims paid in April, it's almost $10,000. And remember, those are warranty dollars. So that's about 40% of what would have come out of your client's pocket. So heat pump, water heater, concealed wiring. These are just things that are really helpful, especially in this time when folks are talking about how to save money. Maybe they don't have extra cash. So that's just ways that we're serving your client.
Awesome. Am I supposed to click it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I need like a secret hand signal or something.
You can
So thank you so much to those who enrolled warranties, 14 enrollments and 15 listing warranties, Cottonwood Properties. Obviously, Eddie did not know that the competition was in May, not April, but I appreciate you enrolling 7 warranties in April. Obviously, Team Luna with 3, rocking it. Adam, Cami, Mike, Rebecca, and the Mel's team. What I want to say about Happy Home Lock and Hardware, we closed 29 warranties in March, and there's only 2, technically 3, because Adam Reed had 2 units, that used their Happy Home Lock and Hardware. I know that y'all are calling your sphere. I know that you're reaching out to the people that had closings. When you reach out 30 days after closing, just remind them, hey, have you used your Happy Home Lock and Hardware? It's $100 to them just for sending me a receipt. So if it's day 44 and they're like, crap, I haven't done that, go to the hardware store. It's open. I assure you, the parking lot's full. Purchase something for up to $100, send me the receipt. We're going to reimburse you. Nobody's coming out to like check and make sure you put those locks on your door by 45 days. We just need a receipt that you had a locksmith or you purchased the hardware. So it's a great reason to reach out to your sphere. It's a great conversation to have. It's all positive. Hey, how can I help you get $100 extra? Nobody says no thank you to that. So, but good job, Puffer Team and Adam Reed. Of course, Adam, it was your personal property. I don't know how many kudos you get for using it for yourself, but still good job. So just kind of what I just said, don't forget to call your April closings to remind them about Happy Home Lock and Hardware. Listing coverage is free, and I'm doing a listing challenge. So this says who enrolls the most listing coverage in May wins. We are very close to the end of May. I will continue this until our next sales meeting in 2 weeks. So actually 2 weeks is your guest speaker, so it'll be 4 weeks. So enroll your listings. They don't have to be new listings, but enroll your listings in listing coverage and get the benefit of that. And if you don't know how to use Agent Portal, you know, right now we're all trying to like take this time to learn as many things as we can. When you get slammed here in 2 or 3 weeks, when your business comes back full steam, if something you want to learn is about how to enter warranties, I have a great 6-minute, I won't say great, a 6-minute video that y'all can watch. just reach out to me and let me know how I can be of service. I really appreciate your support. It sucks that I can't be in your office and high five and whatever, elbow bump, whatever's allowed these days. But I miss y'all. I'm thinking about you. And if there's any way that I can be of service, please let me know.
Awesome. Thank you, Dawn. All right. I have Melissa from Four Corners and Mobilia. Are you there, Melissa?
I am. Hi.
I was going to call you Mimi, and I was like,
I knew you were going to do that.
yeah, okay, it's so close. So Melissa's from Four Corners and Mobilia, and she's going to share with us a new program they're launching, and it sounds awesome, and I think y'all are going to love it. So let's hear about it.
Okay, so you're clicking through, just to be
I'm
clear,
the
right?
You can do this. Just
You're
give
the
me.
clicker. All right, so just like, okay. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick moment. I want to kind of go over some things. I have Diana here with me, and she's going to answer some questions for you guys afterwards. But just to tell you a little bit about us, we have 2 different locations, if you're not aware. Four Corners, which is inside the Grove Arcade, Mobilia, which is on the corner of Haywood and Walnut. They have 2 different looks. We've got an organic modern, and then we have Mobilia, which has a little bit more of a contemporary modern, but they mesh really well together. So we have the ability to fill clients' homes with furniture by walking clients back and forth. What I want to tell you about is a little program that we're launching. Jeff,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Like, we've got, we offer home staging. Y'all may or may not know that, so definitely utilize us for that. But what I'm going to talk about today is the real estate rewards program that we're launching. We're finding ourselves in some really interesting times right now, so we wanted to launch a program that is specifically geared towards the community and specifically our local realtors. So we're giving away gift cards as closing gifts for you to give your clients on closings. And yeah, if you want to click to the next one, I just want to say that we're like, there's no cost to the realtor. This is something that we are actually giving to you guys. It can be picked up at either of our store locations, and it can be used for our design services. We have a team full of designers ready and waiting, or depending on the level of the gift card, for one item in either one of our stores. The levels are going to be based on the value of the home, and I'll go through that in a second. But we are, in addition to that, we're offering a 3% store credit for the realtors for clients' purchases that exceed the gift card amount that is given to them. Click. So, okay, so we've got 3 monetary amounts. Jeff, can you click? Yeah, okay. So 100, 250, and 500, and then go to the next one, if you will, and it'll show how we kind of break it down there. Okay, so there you go. $250,000, we're going to give a $100 gift card. The design services are $100, so that gives you a point of reference there. When you go up to 500,000, it jumps up to $250. And then anything above $750,000 is a $500 gift card.
And this is something that you give to the agents at no cost for them to give to their clients.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. We are going to make it pretty simple to register. So the realtor is going to have a link there. And I think, Jeff, you mentioned you could share this with everybody afterwards.
Yep, totally.
But it's mobilia-fourcornershome.com. Let's see, I think the next screen, if you'll go to that, shows it.
Yep.
Click on the next one. Okay, there you go.
Oh God.
So
no.
that's what the registration form is going to look like on the link we share. And then that's essentially it. We're open, we're being safe. We've of course got our masks and ready to go. And it's kind of a big program. We're only launching it to you guys right now, Keller Williams, to see how it goes. We're hoping we get some really good responses to it, and hoping you guys can utilize it as as you will. So any questions? I've got Diana here. We can answer any questions that y'all might have.
Questions? Does anybody think it's cool? Thumbs up. I got one thumbs up. All right. I think it's great. So there's
I'm gonna move here so y'all can meet Diana too. And thanks guys, really good to meet you.
Thank you, Melissa. So
Hi.
it's pretty neat because you don't have to spend any money to get it. It's just based off the transactions you already have, and she's going to provide the gift cards, which then you can give to your clients. So this is all about, it's a value add to the agents. I think it's great, and of course it would generate some sales and services for them. So I think it's a great way to incorporate that relationship and create a benefit. Do y'all have any questions or anything on it? Nope. All right. That seems like that either means the PowerPoint was great or they're not getting it. I'm gonna go with great. All right. I appreciate you guys.
All right, thank you.
All right. Who has gotten a referral? Anybody gotten a referral through Command? Anybody? I got a couple. No? Yes? All right, cool. So the referral system's amazing, and we had Patrick was talking about one of the inside Command. One of the ways we can leverage the technology is what's in this video. So I'm gonna, Patrick, if you're cool with that, I'm gonna run the video so you guys can see how to do this. This is about understanding where our referrals are coming from, so we can use some target marketing. So I'm gonna play it. It's short. And I want you guys to see the power this is sitting in Command, so you can do it whenever. Oh, it didn't work. All right, cool. Play again. Let's try again.
All right, guys, I'm going to teach you real quick how to find an easy referral pattern. I'm sorry, not a referral pattern, but a easy way to be able to sponsor ads in other cities. So this is KW Command, and where we're at right now is referrals. Once you click on this referrals tab, you can come up here to map and click that, and then go to referral patterns, and you're able to see where referrals are coming from outside of Asheville. And so you can directly sponsor ads in these cities where we're getting referral leads from, literally tracking the business and where agents are coming from, or I'm sorry, for where buyers are coming from or sellers are coming from, to be able to see where, you know, outside of Asheville, where buyers are coming from. And so you can directly sponsor ads and listings directly to those areas to easily expose your listings to a different market center. Quick snap.
What y'all think of that? Pretty cool?
I have a comment. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just up top on next to the referral partners, there's import and export buttons. Make sure you click the actual right-hand one so you can see the arrows going towards us. Those are people moving here.
Right.
The arrows out are the people moving away.
That's right.
If you want to go ahead and take a look at that video again, I just put the URL in our chat. It's also on YouTube, so, and I'll put it on our Facebook as well.
And this is just a great example of that technology sitting there. And I know a question that comes up all the time is like, how do I know where people are coming from? Where should I be marketing this stuff? It's just using technology that's already there. That's part of your technology fee. So get in there and use it so you can get the highest ROI. All right. All right, so here's some quick tips about what's in designs. So daily market reports is new in designs, and any of you tech people can chime in. Inside Command in the design section, these things are pre-made templates that you can go in and tailor for your market. Another thing is, did you guys see that live tours feature was added to the app? So anybody that has your app, if they like a house, it literally pops up and says, would you like to schedule a live tour or a video tour? And you say yes, and it says, how do you want to do it? Zoom, you know, Google Chat, whatever. So that great feature for your phone that has to do with current time. There's also templates for essential workers. These are all in design, so these are pre-made. So I see a lot of you guys making your own content. Let's leverage the things that we have. I don't really have a dog in the fight other than wanting to create leverage for you so you can do revenue generating activities. So if these templates are there, please don't be afraid to use them. Another thing, no device activities for kids. These things are in designs, ready to go. So use these and get them out. And then whatever, KW stuff. And then the video conferencing backgrounds. I don't know if any of you guys have played with those, but those are in command also. You can use them as virtual backgrounds. All right, pivot, shift ahead. So the shift ahead page, go down to the resources section. So this is kwconnect.com/page, pivot, shift ahead. In here, there's a pivot playbooks. And what that is that literally has to do with how are we navigating a different environment. A lot of what I'm hearing from agents is like, just tell me what to do. So this is a good way to give you some guidelines and some recommendations on how to get your day going. So start your day, do this, do this. These resources are already in the pivot shift ahead. Also comes with scripts, all kinds of resources there. And don't forget to get onto the Cody Gibson Facebook page. There's a lot of good tips coming through there as well. All right, everybody done the app? Affirming nods, please. If you haven't done it, get in there and do it. The app is working really well, and make sure you're delivering it to your clients. Remember that it's tracking and communicating with command. So the more we can get out there, the smarter the system gets and the more information you have about your clients. All right, what does LYFE mean? I don't know what that means. Anybody?
Lifeline.
Meh.
Life.
What's it stand for? I wonder. Huh.
It doesn't stand for anything. It's Gary's play on the word life.
I think it does stand for something, but I don't remember what it is.
All right, so
What do we know?
Think Like a CEO podcast. I know a lot of you are watching that, so are listening to that. Please keep doing so. It's great. It's a good perspective. All right, now we're going into awards. Written volume for group. Matt and Molly team. Golf clap, please. I didn't hear a single golf clap. Maybe they happened. I don't know. Written volume for team Puffer. The Puffer team, a little over 2 million. Congrats. John Haynes, 2.6 million. Good job, John. Closed volume for the group, 6 million for Matt and Molly team. I'd say the market's okay. That's good. Front Porch Realty, 1.1. Congratulations, y'all. Closed volume individual, Suzanne Fitzgerald, almost 2. And if I could just do a tiny pause here for a second. Suzanne, are you on there? Is this going to embarrass you, or can I ask you about this? I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, cool. So Suzanne, when she came in, I think she's at like 1.5 million a year ago, and she had her 1-year anniversary a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And she's over 5 million. So if you see her or talk to her or shoot her a text, give her a little congrats and pat on the back. She is crushing it, and really love that she's leaned into something new and growing like crazy. So pat on the back, Suzanne Fitzgerald.
And Jeff, it's all because of you, that phone call last January.
What's funny is the question was, do you want to do something different? And you said yes. So you did all the work. And I think that's the cool part. Sometimes it just takes people asking questions and pushing us. So support your people and ask questions. Listing volume for the group. Broker Asheville, 6.3 million. Congrats, Broker Asheville. Top Agent Realty Group. That looks like Barry Garnes at 620,000 for listing volume on a team. John Haynes on listing volume for individual at 1.3 million. Closed volume in commercial, Chris Grotmans. And Chris, shout out to Chris. He's been really leaning in and providing a lot of support for the commercial department and taking a lot of responsibility. So thank you to Chris. It's actually been awesome. Carla, listing volume for commercial, Carla. Oh, like we didn't do numbers there. Congrats to Carla. She's always crushing it. I love seeing her momentum. And then rookie of the month, Amy Schuford at 545,000. Congrats, Amy. Looks like Vicky Cap. Congrats, Vicky. That's 100%. We all want to get there. And then Amy Schuford as well. Congrats. There's no certificates. I need a fake crowd roar or something. All right. Upcoming events. We got Win with Sellers coming. What day? It's 2-day workshop, June 2nd and Wednesday the 3rd from 9 to 12. So this is typically something that is an all-day class. And what we did was we broke it up to make it a little easier to attend via Zoom. And if you're focused on taking listings, which you all should be, we know statistically that's the right place to focus. This is a great class to attend. So make sure to get it on your schedule to make sure that you go to it. And I think that's it. Do we have anything anybody needs to add?
Can I add one final bucket fill?
Yeah.
You know, this goes out to my fellow Bics, so Steve and down at Elite and Maria, Patrick, and Eddie. I can't tell you how honored I am to work with you guys and how we collaborate together. And every time I need something and I reach out to somebody in this group, I get multiple responses to give me a hand. So thank you so much.
That's awesome. God, appreciate everything you're doing. Anything else we need to add? All right. So anyone that, so in my email footer, I would love to connect with as many agents as I can. So if there's anybody that could use some business conversations and or coaching, I would love to get more involved with as many of you as I can. So please use the link on my email, even if it's just a check-in. I'd love to know what's going on with your families and all that stuff. So if you can, or if you have interest, please reach out. I really enjoy that. It's one of the reasons I do what I do. So I'd love to help everybody meet their goals, real estate, life, whatever. So reach out. I appreciate everybody, and let's have a great couple of weeks until we meet again.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.